Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Well, guys, I am happy to say that I did not wind up with any ear problems again today, which is really awesome. So I think that that is hopefully over and done with now. I still am a little stuffed up a little bit. I still have like a tiny little cough, but other than that, I think that I am good. Like I said, nothing else is like bothering me or anything like that. So yeah, but it is cold out today, guys. I had to bust out the big sweater, which actually my mom just got this for me, and so it was actually sitting on my chair because I currently don't have any of my winter stuff down from the attic. Like, I have like my regular like sweatshirts and stuff like that because sometimes I even still wear those like in the summer, like if I just need to throw a sweatshirt on or whatever. But all of my sweaters are up in the attic because I don't have a dresser. All I have is like my little chest of drawer sort of thingy. There's like those cubicle little things that you can like pull out. Not cubicles, but those little cubes, you guys know what I mean. I have that in my closet, and that's where I keep like all my pants and stuff like that that I don't hang up. Everything else that I have, I hang up. But I don't like hanging my sweaters up, so I actually have all of them in a box, not a box, like a tote in the attic. I actually have a separate thing of like it's almost like a dresser, not dresser thing. It's like, I don't know, it's like Rubbermaid, I think, but it's got like 2 drawers on it, like big drawers, and actually that's where I keep all of my sweaters because I want to keep them up there permanently because I don't have enough room in my closet. I only wear them for a short period of the year normally anyway, and on top of that too, I don't have enough space for them to keep them down year round. So I can keep those up in the attic and just have access to them and then just get them out and, you know, wear them when I need them. But I never ended up putting this sweater up in the attic that my mom ended up getting for me, or gave to me, I guess, at some point over the summer. And so obviously, again, I didn't end up wearing it, and I just found it. She actually, honestly, I don't even want to say it was over the summer. It was probably actually a couple weeks ago that she ended up giving it to me. But I love it. It's so soft. It's so, like, it fits so perfectly. It's nice, like, oversized sort of, like, sweater. Like I said, it's comfy. But that was what I was wearing for today, and so like I said, I have another like 2 totes that I actually have up in the attic, and that I keep my shorts in, and then I brought those down though during the summer, and I'm going to bring them back up now over the winter because I don't have enough room to store them permanently again in my closet, because I'm running out of room for my pants that are in the closet, which I should have just sort of switched like at least some of my pants out and put like my jeans, like long pants, up in the attic, and then switched and left my shorts downstairs for over the summer. But I didn't end up doing that, and I have short, like long pants just on the floor in my closet because I don't have enough room for them. So anyways, like I said, I've got to at some point kind of get that switched out. But today, me and my mom actually were supposed to run an errand. We had somewhere we had to go this afternoon, and it ended up getting canceled, so we didn't end up having to go today. But we did end up like, I did wind up getting laundry done today. I didn't end up doing dishes because there really wasn't anything dirtied from yesterday. And then today I did end up editing as well, and I also uploaded. So again, I'm getting back on, like, getting caught up with things as well, which is really awesome. But I sort of, again, thought that I had plans for this afternoon that ended up, but then again, not end up, you know, like, happening. So, anyways, though, it is cold outside today, guys. It is freezing cold. I also had to get out my, my, like, slipper sock sort of things. Like, they're not, like, slipper socks, they're more like slippers, but they like aren't like hard bottom slippers. They're sort of just those like little, like almost like flats sort of, but they're like slippery sort of things. And so those, I ended up getting those out today because my feet were cold. And like my dad was sort of joking around too, because he was like, oh my gosh, I was freezing cold when I went to bed last night, and then apparently he stole my mom's blanket, her really heavy blanket, and he ended up using it while he was sleeping. He said he woke up and he was like sweating because of how hot he was then after that. But because he asked me, he was like, is it too cold in the house for you guys? And I was like, honestly, like today and yesterday I think we're supposed to be like sort of the two coldest days. And it's funny, Fridays actually looks like it's going to be one of the hottest days. I think Friday and then Saturday is going to be the next hottest, only a degree warmer, but it's still not even supposed to break 70s. So it's been kind of, like I said, chilly, but like today was like low 60s, which is cold out. So like it's kind of cold even in the house a little bit, but I don't feel like it's time to turn the heater on yet, or like the furnace on, because it's really not that bad. Again, I'm comfy in a sweater, and so long as my feet are warm and I have my slipper socks on, I'm good. But it's sort of weird because there really was no time that we could just like have the windows open. Like it's too cold now to have the windows open, like, and we're probably not going to get up into another day really. Like there was only like that 1 week where it was like still in the 70s, like really last week, but like it was only like towards the end and then sort of almost the beginning of this week. And so like I said, now it's like the 60s and it's almost too cold, but we kind of missed out on that like fall, being able to have the windows open still, like the end of summer kind of cool weather. It only lasted for about a week, and now it's too cold to really have the windows open at all. And like I said though, it's that weird in between where like it's too hot to have the furnace on though, it's too cold to have the air conditioning on, it's even too cold to have the windows open, but it's still not that cold that, like, again, the house doesn't stay warm enough that we need to put the heat on. And like I said too, I'm actually perfectly fine. I'm not cold or chilly or anything like that. I'm, like I said, I'm good. It is weird though, because I did wind up waking up in the middle of the night and I was like, my nose feels a little cold. I was like, I'm gonna go under my blankets, like totally under my blanket. I just ended up pulling the covers over my head because my nose was so cold. But then like when I woke up though this morning, I was like, I'm actually hot. Like, so it is that really weird, like if we did have the furnace on, it would be too hot, and if we had, again, the air conditioning on, it's gonna be too cold. But again too, the outside temperature is too, like, you know, like it's too cold to have the windows open, especially at night. And so like I said though, I'm just sort of sad that we did wind up missing that whole weather, you know, like that whole period of time. But it's funny because I feel like if it was like this weather right now in spring, it's like a whole, like, the funny thing is that like 60s hit differently depending on what kind of season it is. If it is spring, it is hot and it's nice and you probably will have the windows open. In fall, it's cold and you're bundling up and getting ready for winter. So like, you know, it depends on what kind of 60 degrees out it is, whether or not it's a spring 60 degrees, which in case it's hot, or again, a fall 60 degrees, in which case it's cold. But personally, I don't think that I want to have the windows open right now because I would be way too cold. Like I said too, it's only like for like a short period of time, it feels like in the middle of the night that like it gets really cold and then it ends up getting hot and it's warm throughout the whole rest of the day. Because like, especially too, like if you go outside and then you come inside, you're like, oh wow, it's nice in here. Like it's nice and, you know, like warm in the house, because we're so used to it being, you know, like I said, you know, like so hot outside. And then all of a sudden, like I said, it was literally like a week and a half and all of a sudden we went from 90 degrees to full-blown sweaters and, you know, almost having to have the furnace on, and again the windows, you know, can't even have the windows open. Like, I'm kind of wondering, like I said, where that fall weather ended up going, because this again too, it's fall weather out, but I'm just sort of waiting on that, like, why do we go from one extreme to now all of a sudden it being, like I said, too cold, that we missed out on all that nice in between of like, oh, it's, you know, warm outside but there's a nice breeze sort of thing. Like, we didn't get that, I feel like. And so if it does wind up getting warmer though again, because honestly too, like I remember a lot of times in fall, like in October fall, we would wind up getting like a lot of, like, you know, even still some days where it's like gonna be like warm outside, and then those are the days when it's ridiculous to turn the air conditioning on, because you're gonna have one day where it's like 75 degrees out or something like that, and then it's like, yeah, it'd be dumb to turn the air conditioning on. But that's a nice day when then you can have the windows open in the fall. But like I said, I hope we get some type of day like that. But it looks like, again, for my forecast, it looks like I think 67 is a high on on Friday, and then 68 on Saturday. So again, that's still nice weather out, but I feel like that's even still kind of too cold to almost not have the windows open. Like during the day it might be okay, but like I miss having like the windows open at night, and you know, waking up and being able to hear the birds in the morning, that whole kind of thing. Like I missed out on that. Like I had that in the spring, but now I've completely missed out on that in the fall. And I feel like I said, we went from like the last like 2 or 3 days where it was hot out, it was 90 degrees, and then, you know, it ended up going to being like really cold really fast. Then it didn't really, like I said, give us a chance to have that sort of in between time. So anyways, we might still get it, but I'm not thinking that it's gonna be that long. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take a shower now and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today, so make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.